Hi, I'm Parmesh. I head diversity and inclusion at Godrej, and I'm also the author of the book Queeristan. I think, especially this Pride Month, it's very, very important that if you want to be inclusive and care about LGBTQ individuals, that you do three things. I think first, at this time, it's vital that you support our community, which has been ravaged because of COVID. I mean, COVID has affected all of us, but it's affected LGBTQ people even more. And there are so many COVID relief efforts happening right now. So, as an organization, especially if you're doing Pride Month celebrations and so on, the best way you can do is by caring for the community and by participating in many of these efforts, right? Another thing that you can really do is hire more and more queer people. Queer people are talent, they are incredible. Hire us in your organizations full-time as consultants in whichever way possible, and enable us to come on board and help you on your own inclusion journeys as well. And the third is really make sure that all your D&I efforts are comprehensive. Policies, programs, collaborations. Good D&I is a mixture of having the hardware as well as the software, right? So you have all of this and you create an inclusive culture. And a great way of doing that is by actually engaging with communities. So if you want to be a company which is recognized for your LGBTQ policies and programs, work with LGBTQ people. It's not rocket science, right? These are actually the best practices that you can follow. Pride Month is not about rainbow flags. It's not about hashtags. In my book, I have a chapter, an entire chapter, which says that we want your jobs, not your Instagram filters, right? The way you measure your effectiveness about LGBTQ inclusion is by actually seeing, does your organization reflect the world that it is outside? Whether in gender, whether race, whether sexuality, whether ability, PWD, or so on, right? Whether caste. The world outside is very, very diverse. Does your organization look like the world outside? And how inclusive are you of an atmosphere are you able to create? Are people who are within your organization, are they comfortable? Do they feel that they belong? And so on. Is senior leadership talking about inclusion all the time? Do you have actually diverse representation at senior levels as well as at lower levels? These are all various ways that you can measure. Every time you talk about hiring more people, there's always this line that comes up, but it should be on merit. Whereas this line never comes up when you're talking about hiring, the mainstream or the majority. And that to me is something that we all need to work on. This idea of merit, this idea of, who is deciding what merit is, who is deciding what merit looks like. Is it also a framework that has been set by the majority?